Go.
Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island USA Season 6, Episode 2.
Good evening to some and good morning to others.
Yes.
We are back with Love Island USA. Blair, go walk us through this. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So we've got our new bombshells in the house.
Okay.
Connor, who is 28.
Uh-huh.
And he says he's looking for something serious.
Okay.
And then we've got Hakeem, who's 29, from Jamaica, but he lives in Miami.
Yeah, Hakeem, I don't like your brother.
Rob is very confused as to why Olivia chose him. He is in shock.
I think we all are.
So Connor and Hakeem, before they can really like chat it up with the guys, they decide to talk to the girls. Hakeem...
Don't laugh
Hakeem
at
is a character, y'all.
Don't laugh at him.
Hakeem is a character.
Don't laugh at him.
He's trying to figure out who's coupled up with who. And he says to Janae, well, yeah, if I was you, I'd couple up with Coy, too.
I was like, what is
It's
this?
like, it's like, are we trying something new out on Love Island? I don't know. So Hakeem hugs on Leah when he finds out that she's single. He kind of feels like Leah's feeling him a little bit.
Yeah.
He asked, what are you? And I'm just like, some people get like offended by that question, but she was not, and she just told him that she was Persian.
Okay.
Hakeem usually likes dark hair, very fit girls. Connor likes a girl who's fit as well. Someone who can match his interests. He's really into the gym. She doesn't necessarily have to work out with him, but she needs to be able to do stuff with him.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Kayla caught Connor's eye. Well, Liv pulls Rob for a chat. They're in a couple now. Rob is shocked, so she's just like, let me touch base.
Okay, that's fair.
She wants to see what's kind of more to him, pretty much. He's giving off the vibe that it's a no, and he said that's not it. It's just that my head is spinning. Like, he just doesn't know what's going on. He's shocked.
Okay.
He enjoyed talking to her, but he couldn't really get a read on her and their connection. She says she didn't choose him out of spite when it came to Leah, and he's just like, well, yeah, I mean, why would you? I mean, she didn't rub you the wrong way, did she? Like, you don't know the girl, pretty much. And he says we honestly should forget about all of that. Let's take some deep breaths and let's just kind of start anew. We're in a couple now.
What is your thoughts?
My thoughts, well, first, my thoughts about the guys. I'm not feeling Hakeem. I'm sorry, y'all.
Wow.
He just comes across as not genuine, very disingenuous. Maybe he's just really excited. So I might need to reserve my commentary until I get to see more of him. But the more and more I saw of him, I was just kind of like, okay, like, when are we going to get deep? Maybe I'm wanting too much too fast. I don't know.
For starters, with Hakeem, he's not the type of person that I will befriend.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? But for a show like this,
He's perfect.
he is the perfect guy.
Yeah.
Because if you take Hakeem away from the show tonight, what did we get?
He's very high energy.
He comes in, he's talking to everybody. He over there talking to the girls like, hey, who are you with? And then that's when she's like, oh, you with the big fella. Well, guess what? If I was you, I'd be coming over him too, girl. You know what I mean? I feel you, Hakeem, but stay away from me, right?
Yeah.
Connor, he just seems like, I think they just like the fact that he's buff and white. You get what I'm saying? Like I think it's just like he's just the best option out of like that side. You get what I'm saying? For Kayla, for just, the ones that like him.
Yeah.
But Hakeem definitely, in my opinion, even though in real life I would never be friends with Hakeem, a lot of energy, he saved tonight's episode for me, in my opinion.
Yeah, he kept it interesting.
Oh, yes.
And the things he was saying was definitely making me laugh.
Yes.
So.
Oh yeah. Rob. I kind of agree with Rob in a way.
How so?
Right? In some factor of like, Liv, why did you pick Rob? Is picking Rob like basically the best of bad options? Like I don't really understand why she chose Rob. Even Leah was talking about like, I would have thought they didn't have a connection. I thought they didn't have a connection.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think he was the tallest out of the three.
Pretty much.
That's kind of what I'm starting to think.
Out of the ones that she chose to talk to. Because she could have talked to Coy.
She could have.
You know what I'm saying? But I digress.
Yeah. Leah is crying.
Yeah.
She feels like it was sneaky. It was kind of mean in her eyes. She was saying like, y'all spoke one time. The convo wasn't really that great. Like, it just doesn't make sense to her.
It wasn't that great.
And honestly, when I saw Leah crying, I was just kind of like, girl, like, you don't even know this man. But at the same time, I was like, it had to be somebody. You know what I mean? Like no, like somebody was going to end up feeling this way, and unfortunately, it was you.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I was hoping that she wouldn't take it to heart because I think Rob does care about her.
So far, yeah.
And that she wouldn't hold it against him. Connor pulls Kaylor. We find out that he lives in LA. He works in PR. He is very athletic. He does triathlons. She did swimming in high school, so she loves to swim. She loves to work out, so that's something that they have in common. For a date or a first date, they talk about how he would probably take her to a rooftop bar. And he's come to find like his one person, and his sister's getting married in August. He needs a +1 to the wedding. So Kaylor, she's really feeling
him. That's too much for me. That's too much.
And he's feeling her too. What do you mean?
Don't mention that your sister getting married and you need a +1.
Yeah.
No. That's just too much. That's just too much. Of course, Kaylor's gonna feel him. You get what I'm saying? He's a better looking Aaron. Dude, you get what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like
taller, bigger.
Exactly. So
more muscle.
It just is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, I think he's just coming off with the whole like, yeah, I'm looking for a wife that I can, bring with me to my sister's wedding. I'm like, well, wait a minute. That's a little bit too much for me, in my opinion.
So Hakeem pulls Leah.
Okay.
Leah is really happy he's here. I think Leah's just happy that she's not going home.
Okay.
He runs a business coaching company. He works out every day. She works out as well. She likes being in nature. They kind of like bond over, what do they call it? Like grounding, when you put like your feet in the grass and stuff like that. She thinks he's fun, but he's not Rob.
Oh, Leah.
Yeah.
You really gonna be sent home soon if you can't get around and letting people get to know you.
And even when they were walking away from the dock, like Leah got on his back, and I thought it seemed like friends. You know what I mean? It didn't really give me that romantic vibe that I felt like she was kind of getting a spark with Rob. It just kind of seemed like one of your homeboys that you hang out with or whatever the case may be. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's nighttime. Everybody's getting ready for bed. And I did notice that Rob hugged Leah before she went to sleep. And it was kind of awkward because him and Liv was like in the bed right next to her. But he hugged her and told her that he would talk to her tomorrow.
Man, it's a lot of things I noticed. Number one, why is Hakeem and Connor in the bed together?
Yeah. I was like, why don't they have individual beds on USA?
I don't understand. Number two, I did notice that Rob was before he even got up to give Leah a hug and things like that. He was just laying in the bed, just like almost motionless, just kind of like it just is what it is. She got in the bed and she like, "You good?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good." And then he gets up and gives Leah a hug and things like that. I thought that was very nice and so forth.
Yeah. So it's the next day. Cordell fell out of bed, y'all. So I'm happy Cordell is still with us. The girls all think Connor is just a beautiful specimen. Like he is a sculpture. He's a piece of art. Like he's fine to the ladies.
Yeah.
Rob says that he is going to make avocado toast for both of his girlfriends. The way he said it though, he's like, I guess I'm going to make avocado toast for my girlfriends. He was just like, I got to do something nice.
Yeah. He said I'm gonna make avocado toast for my 2 girlfriends.
Yes. And he's talking to what's his name, Kendall. It was Kendall. And he was like, basically, like, is this a good idea? Kendall's like, I don't think it's a bad idea, but you're making it for both of them. They might feel kind of weird about it. But he's like, it's not a bad idea. And Rob's just like, I don't know how to make coffee. So, and that's usually like on the UK or whatever, like, or previous seasons of Love Island, like if there's somebody you're interested in, you'll make coffee. So he can't do that. So he's gonna make some toast.
And just to pay it off, I saw you, Kendall, last night. I saw you in the bed kissing Hannah. You get what I'm saying? Aaron and Kayla was in the bed cuddled up kissing too as well. So I see what happens at nighttime when it comes to like, hey, you have an attractive woman in the bed. There's no cuddle. There's no touching. I can understand why the woman may feel like you don't like me. I think that is a foreshadowing of what we gonna see and what we gonna see or hear rather Liv talk about like, hey, how was the night with Rob? And we heard down the line talk about like, yeah, he was just there, but like no, like nothing happened. I think Rob is in a pickle to the point where he's like, how do I tell her I don't like her, but like I don't want to be disrespectful. You get what I'm saying? Like I think he's attracted to Liv, But I think as we go see in the upcoming scenes, the more he talked to her, the more he's like, I don't really like this girl like that.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll make some toast.
Yeah. And he's saying that he is attracted to Liv and he does want to get to know her at this point. So he goes, he delivers the toast. What's her name? Leah. Is that her name? Leah. Yes. Was not at the station when he went to go to deliver the toast. So he left it there for her. Liv tells Leah that she didn't mean to blindside her. And she's like, I just don't want you to feel that way. And Leah's just like, no hard feelings. Y'all, Liv is fake.
Yeah.
And we'll find out later on. But yeah. Rob and Liv. He feels he owes her and Leah an apology.
Okay.
He wants to be honest and fair moving forward with both of them. He says that the girls wouldn't give him a chance when he was in Casa Amor, so he doesn't want to put Liv in that same spot. He wants to be open enough to give her a chance.
Okay.
They talk about some of their interests, like he grew up on a cattle farm. He's not very loud or attention seeking. She likes to be center of attention sometimes. They're really not into the same music. Rob finds her attractive, but he notices like we don't have anything in common.
Yeah, he said we literally don't have nothing in common. And if you pay attention to episode 1, I didn't use center of attention, but I said I it's something about Liv that gives me the feeling that she wants to be chased, right? And her coming back this episode saying that she likes to be the center of attention, and of course she tried to tone it down by saying sometimes no, you like to be the center, right? So, and I think that's just not Rob's speed at all. Like even the type of work that he does, it's not like a type of job that's like a glamorous job in itself.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just two different lifestyles that's not mashing at all. You get what I'm saying?
So you see Hakeem and Connor talking.
Yeah.
So apparently Leah was giving Hakeem the eyes. He thinks that she's still into Rob though. His type is the Leah, Hannah, dark hair type of girl. The chat with Kayla and Connor went well, and he says that yeah, she's pretty much my type.
Listen here, Hakeem with all the energy, he's talking to Connor, and when Connor said Kayla, she's kind of my type, and he's like Connor and the blondes, Connor and the blonde. I'm like, Hakeem, you're not the type of brother I will hang around with. But for this show, you are excellent, man. You are excellent. Listen here, Hakeem is entertaining.
Yeah, he is entertaining.
And the only reason why he's entertaining, now I get to go on a rant for 40 seconds, right?
All right.
Because the guys are not entertaining. All we seen throughout this episode is corny Kendall, corny Cordell, right? Even Coy, yes, I'm talking about you because I hear him talking when Connor's walking with Kayla, and he said, "Why are you walking like you tall? You 5'5". I'm like, "Why are you hating from afar? You 6'8".
Exactly.
Like, so it's like all of y'all are basically corny or just like
insecure. Like it just came off a little haterish. Like it was a little weird.
In no time, except for Rob, and Rob didn't even want to talk to the girl that he's paired with. At no time did I see any of the guys who are paired with their person talk to their person. Coy barely talked to his girl. We should see that at the end.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Kendall over there talking about, should I go over there? Should I not? Should I go over there? Cordell over here talking about something. I'm not going to go over there. I'm cool about it. So I'm like, all of y'all just on the bench talking to each other.
Pretty much.
That's not what Love Island's about. You get what I'm saying? Y'all letting Hakeem come and take up y'all shine? Come on, man.
Well, Hakeem sees that everybody, pretty much the ladies, are working out. So he goes over there. He get the bench pressing Kayla.
Of course.
Then he's trying to double jump rope with Leah. Then he's leading a workout class for the ladies, telling them that they need to be doing jumping jacks and all this type of stuff. But the thing is, they're having a great time. And where the guys on the bench, on the sidelines, talking about, well, I mean, he must be doing something right. It's just like, well, he is garnering the attention of the ladies. You can say that. You can say that. So Hannah and Kendall talk. Hannah wants to talk to Hakeem, but she's telling Kendall that, you're my number one. And he says Hannah is his top pick as well.
Well, let's not lie, Hannah. Kendall's not your number one. He's your number 2.
Yeah.
Remember, you chose Coy.
Right.
You went over there with the 2 other women. Yeah. So Kendall's not even your number 1. And of course, Kendall being the guy that he is, he's like, oh yeah, it's okay. Explore it. Go ahead. You should go over to Hakeem. Do you know that Hakeem would take your woman?
And honestly, Kendall, you don't even seem to be feeling Hannah like that. I think you like kissing on her or rubbing on her booty and all that type of stuff. But you was ready to jump ship as soon as Liv came. You were just like, she didn't choose me first, I didn't choose her. Exactly. We were kind of just lumped in together. It's just like, okay, Kendall.
No.
Very interesting.
No.
Connor and Serena. So they're talking, and I think Connor's doing a good job of trying to talk to and get to know everybody. Mm-hmm. So I like to see this conversation between them. They're kind of talking about their signs, musical tastes, sports. She tells him that he's like a mannequin, just basically just a beautiful specimen. Cordell is over on the sidelines watching. Saying that, you know, he's going to let the conversation ride. And he's telling Kendall or whoever sitting next to him, like, yeah, I haven't kissed her yet.
What?
It's just like, what is going through your mind, Cordell? Are you okay?
Like, and that's
I think he was stressing and sweating a little bit.
I don't understand what the guys are doing. Like, this is not y'all saw potentially somebody almost went home last night.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why they are talking to each other. And mind you, especially someone like Cordell and Kendall, because in the first episode, none of the women went to y'all hearts.
No, y'all can't afford to just be sitting and watching. I mean, allow people their time to get to know people. Yeah. But you should be having some impactful, memorable conversations that make air.
Not with each other.
So Hannah and Hakeem talk. They're both people who wear socks to bed. Okay. She thinks that he's funny. He's her type. Hakeem says that he was checking her out, and they have a good connection going. He actually tried to kiss her, but she's like, no, like my makeup's going to get all over you. And Hakeem, she was not lying. Like the makeup would have been all over you, so she did you a justice.
Do you think that she did that to protect Kendall?
Possibly.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Because it probably would have looked bad. Kendall was literally like right like across the way. And Kendall was sitting there wondering like, should I step in? Should I not step in? Cordell telling him to go ahead and step in. I'm just like, Cordell, you didn't even want to step in when Serena was talking to dude. Fact. So what is going on?
My whole thing is, I think she did that because her makeup come off. It would be obvious that
they kiss.
And then Hakeem's the type of person to come down the stairs with makeup on his face, like, look, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, good play on Hannah. Good play on Hannah.
So we've got Connor and Kaylor. Yeah. This is he pulls her to the side and he's explaining to her like, yeah, you know, you really caught my eye early on. She says he's husband material and she thinks he would be a great father. And he talks about how growing up, like they did a lot of different lake activities when he was a kid and he would love to do that with his children. She wants to meet different people and she's open to exploring new relationships. They talk about whether or not they kiss on the first date. He does. And she says, well, you might or might not find out if I'm a good kisser pretty soon. Wow. We will see.
Kayla, so, you put on a little thick, ain't you?
She is.
I think with her, at first we saw Kayla on the side talk about live hair is longer than mine. You know, she's better looking. She's taller than me. All these things. But now she's like, I can start completely over with Connor. Wait a minute, you still got Aaron.
Yeah, I'm like, she ain't stressing about Aaron no more.
Not at all.
Ain't even thinking about him. So we've got Aaron and Cordell talking, and Aaron is just not feeling Connor and Kaylor talking. Not into it. Rob and Leah. So he apologizes to her about his reaction. Yeah. He felt that he should have been more reassuring and supportive to her, but he really just was shocked.
That's fair.
Leah doesn't think Liv would pick someone that wasn't giving her interest. And Rob is telling her, like, we really do not have anything in common. Yeah. Like, there was, like, flirtation, but there wasn't really a spark there. And he tells her if he could couple up with her, he would. They cuddle, they get a lot closer, and he still really wants to be there for her.
The interesting thing about that is sometimes the truth is just unbelievable sometimes. Like, she's like, it just doesn't make sense. If you're telling me, Rob, that every conversation y'all had wasn't hitting and there's no interest in things of that nature, why would she pick you? And Rob is like,
I don't know. He really don't know.
You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. But that's really what happened. That's really what happened.
So it's nighttime. Everybody got dressed, getting ready to hang out. Coy and Janae finally have a conversation today. Yeah. And he asked her who she's been talking to because he hasn't really been seeing her around. Did you look left and right? I mean, how many other places could she be? So she's like, you know, we're probably like the married couple in here. Weird. And she says that, you know, she's not really talking to anybody. And he tells her, just make sure you stay transparent with me. And she's like, absolutely.
What are your thoughts on that scene?
These are the trust issues Coy was talking about. Okay. Because Janae was literally chilling and hanging out by the pool all day.
Well, it was that time she was over there running around sneaking on Connor and Kayla conversation.
But that was later on.
Oh, okay.
That was later on. I'm just like, yeah, he's asking her who she's talking to rather than looking for her during the day and making time to spend time with her. And I think that's a little bit telling. That's a little bit telling.
I will say this, brother. For someone who's 6'8" and can't dribble a basketball, you definitely look 5'5" in this scene.
Okay.
For someone who is big in stature but really small in confidence, like, you don't need to ask who you've been talking to and things like. Be in the moment. Like, talk to her now. Talk to her then. Don't ask where she at. Get her.
And the conversation wasn't even good. Y'all wasn't trying to cuddle up. You wasn't trying to get no kiss. Like, y'all weren't trying to get to know each other. You were just like, keep it a buck with me in the future, okay? And then the combo was over. Like,
listen here, man. I told y'all Corey was a red flag the minute that he was on Love Island and not with a basketball jersey on. I think y'all go find out throughout the season that Corey is not what y'all really like. That 6'8" can only get you so far. But I think for him, especially how he came off as insecure in a way. But here's the thing. Even though I'm chastising him for his insecurities, I do want to talk to her about how she kind of complacent in a way. When you come off and say things like, and I'm going to change my password to your birthday and you can have my location and things like that, like, you already too open, Janae.
Yeah, you're setting a precedent that he can allow all of his trust issues to fall on you, and you're just going to try to pander to each and every one of them. Like, you do definitely need to check him and be like, if you ain't see me, then why you ain't find me?
Come on. You know?
So we got Rob and Liv. Liv feels that they're both very different.
Okay.
He asks her what she's interested in, and she says anything.
See, oh my goodness.
And then he's actually trying to dig deeper, and he's just like, okay, anything like what? Like, what are you into? Do you do woodworking? And that was literally a random thing he threw out. And she was like, yeah, I did that in school. And he talks about how he can make cabinets. And pretty much she explains it as like, with him, it's kind of like picking at an ice sculpture. And she feels like each and every conversation, they're getting a little bit further. And I want Liv to like come to reality and see that this is not happening. This isn't happening. I thought at first it was just Rob's personality, but seeing how he interacted with Leah during the episode, if he wants to show interest, he's going to show interest, and he absolutely showed where his interest lies.
Yeah, so I think Liv kind of fall into the stereotype, like the stereotype of like a model. Okay, but like she all looks but no brain. I think that's the stereotype that Rob is picking up, because when I say what are you into, and you just like anything. Right? Why didn't you, like, the easiest thing to say that you're into is say modeling, like basically your like profession. It just seems like they are pulling teeth of trying to get. He's trying to find something to latch on to, and she just like kind of just like anything. And I'm like, well, you're not helping me here, you know.
But I kind of feel like she wants the chase thing that you were saying. Like, I think she thinks her looks are enough to grab the attention, and Rob is not really fazed by that, to be honest.
Rob is not going to. Like, Rob will admit that you're attractive, and Rob will admit that, like, you know, like, I flirt with her, but it's really nothing. But I think whenever you have someone, and I'm just using Liv as an example, I don't think so. But whenever you have someone that is that beautiful, right, in that profession, you kind of hope, like, okay, please let there be something else to you, right? And I think Rob is kind of like, I can't just be the type of person that just go towards somebody for their beauty, because like you got to have some type of substance, because what he does is a messy job. Rob comes down as very down to earth.
Yeah, he does come across as
so it's like he's not, he's probably not even into that type of lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I think he's trying to like, hey, is there anything normal that you're into that like we can attach to? Like, and it's like, it's just not working. But it goes back to my point in episode 1. I think she want to be chased because she's used to the Kendalls that like her and things like that. But the Rob that's like, all right, you look good, but what else? You know?
So Connor pulls Kayla for a chat. Yeah. Kayla says that she has a great bond with Aaron, but she's not going to put all her eggs in one basket. Okay. And he tells her that she is his number one. She's just like, you know what? You're just more of a man. Like that's what she needs. He's used to like the silly, funny kind of guy, but Connor is different than her norm.
Poor Aaron. Cause Aaron was the one that was giving her kisses on the shoulder, coloring her and all that stuff, being nice to her.
And during this time, Janae, Serena, and Leah are not with their guys.
No.
Where are they? Snooping and sneaking and crawling up steps and all this type of stuff, trying to see what's going on.
Yeah.
So that's what they were up to. So, Coy, why didn't you get Janae up off the ground and have a conversation with her? I guess he didn't know where she was.
He didn't know.
So Aaron pulls lip. He's stressed about where Kayla is standing. He's not going to wait for her to decide between two guys. He's like, I'm just going to go on and do whatever I want to do. But he's not really doing that right now. He's a little bit stressed right now.
Yeah, he's stressed right now.
So Kayla and Liv talk. The convo with Connor went well. The attraction was there. She says it wasn't like that giddy, laughing kind of flirty thing that she enjoys. Aaron brings more of that side out of her. She's worried, though, that Aaron might not want to talk to her anymore, seeing her connection growing with Connor. And that kind of makes her sad. She kind of tears up a little bit.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if she gets Connor, she just go wipe those tears away and be happy. At the end of the day, she just basically like, you're just a friend. And with you, you're the fun friend that I can just like, have those things. But when I need someone in my life, like serious, I'm going to go with Connor. Right. And unfortunately, it just how the game goes.
Right. And then Liv is talking about she feels good. She's talking to Rob and she's slowly chipping away at him.
You're not.
And she really just wants Leah to get over it. She's like, you literally met this guy 48 hours. Like, why aren't you over it by now? Oh. And I was just like, oh, Liv, your true colors.
A little mean girl.
Hello. I thought you were just apologizing to the girl. Now you're saying she need to get over it. Okay. Interesting. Rob tells Leah he comes up behind her and he's all like rubbing and hugging up on her from behind. I'm just like, this is what it looks like when Rob is interested.
Yeah.
He tells her, when I give you the signal, meet me at the dock. Literally a couple seconds later, he gives her the signal.
Okay. He literally could have just told her right then and there.
Exactly. And they go to the dock and he's basically brought her out there as like a little mini date. Like they have nice lighting. It's on the water. And they're talking a little bit and they end up making out. And they just really have a strong connection. And that's where the episode ends.
What is your thoughts on the overall episode, on the guys, on the girls, on what you perceive happening?
I feel like the guys need to step their game up. Don't get discouraged when the bombshells come in the house. Keep on going after your ladies,
Exactly.
Allow them to talk and get to know people and all that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, like you are in a couple and you should be growing your connection. Don't allow somebody to come in and kind of shake your confidence. And I feel like that's what was happening with the guys. What do you think about what the guys were going through?
I'm going to name them.
Okay.
Coy, you're square. Connor, you're cool for now, right? For now. Hakeem, you're square, but we need you to keep these episodes going. So, like, I'm going to put you aside from all the other guys. Kendall, you a square. Cordell, you think you're cool because of your brother, but you're not, right? Aaron, you just got friend zone and you don't know yet, right? Rob is the only one that is, like, I like this girl, and I'm actually showing interest towards a girl. Y'all just think you got your girl, and then that's it, right? I don't know what's going on with these guys, but these guys got to step it up next episode and things like that, especially Coy and things like that, because you showed me something tonight that I was like, bruh, that's not becoming of you, brother. You get what I'm saying? For your size, for your stature, a lot of women over here talk about they like you and they are willing to bypass the red flags. It's really hard to bypass that red flag of insecurity and trust issues. Very, very hard to do so. But so far, good episode. Hakeem, thank you for saving the episode. No, we can't hang out. You get what I'm saying? But anything else?
That's all I got.
Make sure y'all join us tomorrow. We are also doing Love Island UK as well as Love Island USA. So we see y'all tomorrow.
Bye.